Good morning, dear audience. First, have you ever used social media to keep in touch with your friends? It seems that many of you use the social media. So from now, let's take a quick vote. How many of you use the Facebook? Please raise your hand. How about Instagram? Or YouTube? Twitter? And Snapchat? Wow, so almost of you using the social media. But do you know how long you spend on the social media every day? I think you don't, so let us show you. This is the time you spend on the social media every day. I know it doesn't mean so much to you, right? But can you imagine how long you spend on the social media every day throughout your life?
Here is it. Okay, so if you plus all of them together, then you'll spend 5 years and 4 months on social media. And maybe you still don't have a concrete concept of how long it is. So I'll show it to you more clearly. Okay, do you see that? It is the number 2, and most incredibly, it is even more than the time you spend on eating and drinking. Okay, and why are you spending so much time on using social media? I think maybe you can think about it. Okay, and in the following sessions, we're going to discuss this issue from these aspects. And now, let's welcome our group members to introduce this, to discuss this issue for us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, we are going to present the advantage of social media. As you can see, we list 3 major advantages of social media. The first one is to keep in touch with your friends. No matter how far you and your friends stay apart, you can still communicate and update their daily lives. Even learning different cultures by a single finger touch. This is to say, we break the geographical barrier and make the world well connected. And also we can share their feelings with our friends. We update our daily lives on social media every day. If someone is in bad mood, we can send out timely words and encouragement so that depression will soon vanish. This way, people build stronger bond. Last but not least, we also can create a personal space. In the past, because of communicating through the phone, we have to keep an eye on our telephones. For example, not picking up the phone is something rude. But now, we can leave a message on social media so that we can foster our relationship without taking away others' privacies. So now we are going to use animation to show you the effects of it. Please take a look at this animation. Polar bear and penguin are friends. Polar bear live in the North Pole and penguin live in the South Pole. Today, if you want to share something, you want to share the fish or the emotion. But the only way is through telephone. But telephone is inconvenient and expensive. In consequence, they can't make a phone call at all. But now, it's different. Today, if they want to share something, they can use social media, for example, Facebook. So they can share the fish, the emotions, conveniently. So their friendships become stronger and stronger. But everything is like a double-bladed sword. One is good, the other is bad. Similarly, social media can cause some problems as well. So let's welcome our group members to elaborate on the advantage of social media. Now, I'm going to show you some examples of a sub-program. That social media brings, such as cyberbullying,
dangerous, and what's the worst? This picture actually stands for the worst problem, addiction of social media. Recently, there is a growing number of people suffering from the addiction. Recently, there is a growing number of people suffering from the addiction of social media, so that they can hardly draw themselves back to the reality. So, why can't people get rid of the addiction of social media? Actually, no one knows what causes addiction, what causes a person to develop an addiction to the internet. But there are several factors that have been proposed as contributing to causes of social media addiction.
It could be understood by comparing it to other types of addiction, such as drugs or alcohol. Addicts find themselves need drugs or alcohol merely to feel normal. Likewise, when a person who is addicted to social media, they just can't get rid of it easily, because the social media has already become a part of their lives. It could bring about some trouble to them. Now, I'm going to show you two major problems about the social media. First, is this something wrong about the PowerPoint? Now, first, time waste. Some people spend tons of time browsing through the useless messages on their phone, but put little attention on the things that they should do. Don't you think it's ridiculous? Second, respect. When you're at a meeting or having a conversation with someone, if you just keep your eyes on your phones, it will make others feel annoyed and disrespected. It could damage your relationship in the reality. So, what's the solution of these kinds of problems? Let's welcome our next partners.
Now we are talking about a solution to the following case. First, people will pay too much attention on their social media and make another expression of disrespect. And as for its solution, I suggest just turn off the Wi-Fi, and we can encourage them just hang out with friends. We can go shopping or exercise, or we can just in this way, people will have more and more chance to make the relationship stronger.
More serious case is that people are obsessed with the internet. That causes people to avoid any real interaction. The solution for this is the AR technology such as Pokemon Go. The technology gives us the opportunity to enjoy the game and interact with the real world and our friends. It can effectively help those who try to recover from the internet addiction as well. Overall, we have a solution that can be applied for two cases. Education. Education is what is needed to teach people the proper way to use the internet. To realize this, some special activities are required. For example, educational camp project without phone. Okay, so next mates are going to conclude the entire presentation today. Originally, we thought that social media aims to bring people closer, but it actually causes problems because of people's over-dependence of it. Living in this global village, maybe it's time for us to rethink our definition of friends. As the famous author Simon Sinek once said, the strong bond of friendship is not always about giving and taking. Instead, it is grounded in a feeling that you know exactly who will be there for you when you need something. And we think this quote greatly reminds us of the fact that the relationship built upon social network is only on the giving and taking of text. Maybe we have to readjust our usage on them.
We have to treat using social media as minor way and face-to-face communication as major way. It's important to strike balance between those two ways.
Because building a relationship in real life requires more patience and effort. That is how we build up the good quality of friendship. Go with the phone. Hug where you belong. Thank you.
So, any questions for us? Presentation? Anyone?
Hello. So I'm going to ask, what are you going to do if you are experiencing like a social media problem like cyberbullying or many more?
Now, I'm gonna answer a question. We can find some way to get out of the cyberbullying, like we can ask the other friend you trust, and you can find your parents asking them for help, or your teachers. They can teach you the right way, and if they didn't help you, you can still get rid of it, like you can go to the other groups or other schools.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's welcome the following team, 高雄 Municipal 仁武 Senior High School.